The corridors of Hollywood justice are rarely straightforward, often twisting through allegations, affidavits, and the occasional courtroom bombshell that leaves reputations in tatters. At the center of one such saga stands Justin Baldoni, the 41-year-old actor-director whose turn as the introspective poet Ryle in It Ends With Us thrust him into a maelstrom of legal and public scrutiny. On a bustling Monday at Los Angeles International Airport, amid the clamor of travelers and terminal announcements, Baldoni offered a glimpse of serenity in the storm. Speaking to TMZ, he declared himself actually doing wonderful, his tone laced with gratitude and an almost zen-like positivity. Very grateful, very positive, and feeling a lot of love, he elaborated, when pressed on navigating the escalating dispute with his former co-star Blake Lively. As the reporter noted his apparent high-road stance, Baldoni affirmed, "That's what we always try to do. It's a posture of restraint in a battle that's anything but one where every filing feels like a fresh act in a drama scripted for tabloid headlines." This airport candor comes as Baldoni fortifies his defenses. Just weeks prior, on September 15th, powerhouse attorney Alexandra Shapiro joined his legal arsenal, representing both the actor and his production banner, Wayfarer Studios. Shapiro, a former clerk to the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, brings a pedigree of formidable advocacy. Her roster boasts heavyweights like Sean Diddy Combs and the enigmatic FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, clients whose cases demand navigating ethical minefields and media cyclones. Her addition signals escalation. Baldoni's team is gearing for protracted warfare, where strategy trumps spectacle. Yet, as fortifications rise, fresh fissures appear. Court documents filed September 4th, obtained through diligent reporting, introduce a redacted accuser alleging repeated negative interactions with Baldoni and his Wayfarer cohorts on a prior project. The declaration, penned by one of Lively's attorneys and sworn under penalty of perjury, details verbal abuse so severe the individual sought Baldoni's exclusion from marketing and publicity efforts. TMZ speculates this figure, shielded by anonymity, is poised to testify against Baldoni in Lively's trial, a spectral threat looming over Discovery. It's a narrative thread that complicates Baldoni's image as the affable everyman, the Jane the Virgin star turned thoughtful filmmaker. The backdrop is Lively's sweeping motion, a 30-page federal court filing seeking attorneys' fees, treble damages, and punitive penalties against Wayfarer and its principals. Her lawyers decry Baldoni's defamation suit as baseless from the start, a retaliatory salvo after her harassment and retaliation complaints. They accuse the company of docket flooding with redacted exhibits and character assassinations, tactics aimed at damaging her credibility and conceal their own unlawful acts. Invoking California Civil Code Section 47.1, which shields harassment whistleblowers from slap suits, Lively's team demands recognition as the prevailing defendant for fee recovery. The motion escalates with alleged threats from Wayfarer executive Jamie Sarasco, who purportedly vowed a $100 million crusade to ruin the lives of Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds. In a chilling quote, Sarasco likened his resolve to Israel protect itself from Hamas, tallying 39,000 dead bodies, and promising Lively and Reynolds would be dead to a lot of people. Not literally but professionally eviscerated. This feud's origins trace to December 2024, when Lively sued Baldoni for on-set sexual harassment, claims he denied with vehemence. Wayfarer and Baldoni countersued for defamation, roping in Reynolds and Lively's publicist Leslie Sloan. Baldoni extended the fray to the New York Times with a $250 million libel suit over their exposé on Lively's allegations, which the paper rebuffed. But on June 9, victory eluded him. Judge Louis J. Lyman dismissed the case in a stinging rebuke. Lyman's order, piercing in its precision, ruled Lively's claims privileged as court filings. The Wayfarer parties have not alleged that Lively is responsible for any statements other than the statements in her CRD complaint, which are privileged, he wrote. Extensions to Reynolds, Sloan, and the Times faltered on defamation's actual malice threshold. No evidence they seriously doubted the veracity. The amended complaint must be dismissed in its entirety, Lyman concluded, a judicial full stop that reverberated through legal circles. Baldoni's wonderful demeanor, then, is resilience incarnate, a performer's poise amid plot twists. It Ends With Us, adapted from Colleen Hoover's bestseller, promised a nuanced take on domestic abuse but devolved into off-screen chaos. Lively as resilient florist Lily Bloom, clashed with Baldoni's controlling Ryle, mirroring their reported tensions. Production whispers of creative overreach, intimacy coordinator disputes, and post-filming PR wars fueled the fire. Baldoni, who directed and produced Via Wayfarer, envisioned a transformative lens. Lively sought script tweaks for empowerment. What began as collaborative friction ignited into litigation, with each side accusing the other of toxicity. For Lively, 37, the suit is vindication's pursuit. Married to Deadpool's Reynolds since 2012 with 3 children in tow, she's built a brand of poised feminism, from Gossip Girl's Blair Waldorf to A Simple Favor's Sly Thrills. Her allegations detail a set rife with inappropriate probes into her sex life, unscripted kisses, and a hostile aftermath where Wayfarer allegedly orchestrated a smear. The motion's punitive ask underscores her stance. This isn't personal, it's principled, a stand against industry impunity. Baldoni, conversely, frames it as defamation's defense. Father of 2 with credits from Everwood to 5 Feet Apart, he's pivoted to purpose-driven fare via Wayfarer, championing underrepresented voices. His high-road rhetoric, very positive, a lot of love, echoes this ethos, positioning him as the wronged visionary. Yet the accuser's shadow and Carrasco's alleged vitriol complicate the narrative, hinting at systemic fractures within his camp. As briefs pile and testimonies loom, this saga transcends It Ends With Us. It's a referendum on #MeToo's staying power in Hollywood. Will Lively's whistleblower protections prevail, awarding damages that deter future reprisals? Or will Baldoni's countersuit expose overreach, vindicating his wonderful resolve? Airport optimism aside, the road ahead is labyrinthine. Depositions, motions, perhaps settlement whispers. In Tinseltown's theater of the absurd, where scripts rewrite themselves, Justin Baldoni's positivity is his best scene. But as Blake Lively's team presses, the curtain's far from fallen.